Thank you for coming today. I really appreciate you being here. They asked me to wait some time, so I'll try to speak a lot until they finish. I'll do my best not to say one more AI word today, with promise to do that. Okay, so first of all, I need to tell you, when we received the invitation to speak today in MMA, I know how expert people will be sitting here. We are facing the same issues together. The challenges that we are facing, I'm sure you are facing. So there is too many ways to make the presentation, saying philosophies and. We start thinking internally how we make it really valuable. So we decided today to share the secret sauce of how we are dealing with our clients. To be honest, over the last 10 years since we started, we dealt with hundreds of clients. We are seeing a very common issues between each of them. Like the moment we start dealing with the new clients, start digging deep about their insights, their data, etc., we found the same issues or common issues happening between here and there. Today, I need to share with you how we are dealing with that, how you can deal with this even from your side. It's not a rocket science. We are not here to share with you something that not anyone can do, but we are here to share with you, after a lot of efforts, after 10 years of experience, what is the butterfly effect that we found that makes our clients happy, and I'm happy to share this with you today, if the controller works for sure. So what's the challenge? Today, we have a rapidly fast marketing system that literally whatever working yesterday, it's now working today. Each day, there is a new tools, new, not AI, new performance optimizations, et cetera, coming to our place. Finding the impact or measuring the impact of your investment, it's like navigating in a maze. It's very hard to do it. Millions of ways. What we found, each client that we are dealing with, they are normally go live by 6 to 8 different platforms. And if you dig deep about that information, you will find that around 45% of budget are wasted because targeting the same users here and there and there. And also, 70% at least lack of information, they don't know from where the attribution happened. Is that from that platform or that platform? If you download the same reports, you will find the numbers that you have in your CRM, it's 100x, whatever you are getting from the platforms. So how we are dealing with that? The problem with all marketeers or small companies especially, when they set up their own campaign, they take the campaign, they run it to each and every platform. Like we have today, video, let's take it in all platforms. They are just duplicating the ad everywhere. They make each platform very isolated from the other platforms that you are dealing with. With us, how we think about it, the unified audience strategy across all platforms. So we don't create the campaign just the campaign setup. First of all, we dig deep in our first-party data to understand which platform will really fit this audience. How big is the audience that we are talking about? Where should we find them? If we find them in X and Y and Z platform, are we able to optimize not to serve the users 100 impressions in the day and lost the others? How can we reach really the maximum number of audience with the budget that we have? Also, the creative. From all the campaigns that we have, I don't remember that we have one campaign at least that we are running the same creative across platform. The way we message the clients, what we discover, when someone opens Twitter, X, he is expecting kind of value and kind of message that totally different if he open a TikTok, if he open a Facebook. So we speak with each platform with its own language, with the audience language, why they are opening this app right now. Are they opening just for, that's my fun time, or are they opening it during their business meetings, between the meetings? So we decide to deal with that. Integrated data and attribution. If you just relying on the data that you are getting from the platform, you will never reach anywhere. Like I'm sure, at least in Riyadh, we have thousands of companies can run media campaigns, they can reach the same reports, but getting more data, your own data, building something in-house, just to cover all these metrics is what really matters. So, what we do. Cross-platform audiences. The point here that each social network, especially the social networks, are like a black box. You can't take the data out. Like if you try to export it, there is no way. You are not tracking anything. But the problem, if you keep each one as a black box, totally isolated from the other, so the unified audience, back to the main point, the idea that we are creating, since we will not be able to export the data of the first layer, which is the impressions or reach or whatever, the first layer depends on your campaign setup, we are exporting the data based on after that, like implementing a third-party impression, since most of the platform allowing that can give us literally a fingerprint about that user, that can give us an IP address, that can give us a phone name, they name it user agents, etc. By creating that fingerprint, we will be able to understand how many times that this IP address, what's the ad, combining this data together to creating a unique identifier for that users, it helps us a lot to identify the unified frequency cap across different platforms. And I think this is the most efficient way to reach your audience. As you know, the platform will never give you the data, okay? So what we figure out, we have our own third-party impression tracker that we have it live in each and every ad set we are running across different platforms. That impression tracker is creating a unique identifier for that user. So you are opening your Instagram, scrolling the reels, start seeing our ad, our impression will fire. We implemented that impression tracker. We created the fingerprint that I told you about. And then the next step is start monitoring that data that you are getting from your side. So someone in Instagram, watch that reel, start seeing your ad. You start adding him as a unique user, that fingerprint, let's name it, start seeing the ad one time. That user normally will close Instagram and he open TikTok like all of us. Then, at that moment, he will start seeing another ad, which is, again, it's your own ad. Your system should link both impressions together. So if we have a device ID named 123, let's say, we know now that this user saw the ad one time in Instagram, one time in TikTok. The efficiency of this, it's not just optimization of the frequency cap, not to throw impressions that it's useless, it's also benefiting of understanding the user behavior. This user, your audience, the users, they normally, for example, depends on your campaign setup, purchasing tickets or buying that or doing this, normally they start their day by Instagram, then they open X, then they open TikTok, then they open Facebook, whatever the scenario of your users are creating. What we do internally is we literally study this data. So for the upcoming campaign that we are running for the same advertisers, we know if we need to start our campaign, we should start with that platform. That's the first efficient way to start that. The source of data. Okay, as I told you, like if you implement the third-party impressions in that thing, you own the data. And this is one of the more benefits of owning your own first-party data. You control everything. So you moved from a black box that you literally don't have any access to the social platform data to your own data that you literally can do data strategies, data study, data analysis, do whatever you want. It's your own now. Benefit your client by optimizing his cost and also showing him the efficiency of spending more with you for the optimization later on. Does that answer your question? Super. Okay. The second part is the creative adaptation. I told you about, like, it's about dynamic creatives. The problem with the dynamic creative, if you talk to anyone, they are talking about product catalogs. So any media buyers dealing with the dynamic creatives, uploading a certain catalog to the platform, let the platform optimize for that. While the platform has a very nice algorithm that can understand and give you the better performance, but the problem, that algorithm, it's built very generic, thank you. When we say about the dynamic creative, the problem with the algorithm is that it built for global. They didn't make it for Saudi. They didn't make it for the audience that we have here. So the catalog itself, it's a very nice piece of technology. But from what we see internal, the different message between male and female, personalize the user experience, the headlines, speak in the headline with a female تاء مربوطة, if we can say that. That shows us a very efficient way to increase the quality of traffic that we are getting, to increase the quality of funnels that we are seeing across different platforms. So for each and every creative we are managing, we are trying to serve different creative platform. We are also trying to deliver a different message, depends on the user gender, depends on the user age, depends on where he's living. Is living in a very busy city like Riyadh, or is living in El Dammam while everything is fine there. So this different or multi-type messaging, it's personalized the experience, and it gets you exactly what you want. And finally, the data attribution, which is combining all this data together. We created a fingerprint for that user. We can track him anywhere. Like, we can see if this user come back to our website or not. Sometimes, and this is one of the most missing part of the ad tech industry, like, I saw the ad, I like it, but I put it after 2 weeks. Normally for the platforms, they have 7 days, let's say, conversion window, you lost it. You don't know if that platform really efficient for your brand or not. What we created is, by saving our own data, now we are not relying on cookies that will expire in 7 days. We are relying on our own data. So once that user comes back, our pixel in the client website or in the brand website will start firing, linking that fingerprint that we created as per the device ID or whatever the algorithm we have, that this user, he saw the ad first in Instagram, then he followed it by clicking on it on Google search, and then that followed by seeing another ad in there until he completes the purchase. If you take this data using AI or whatever, okay, so if you take it and you put it in your desk, literally you will be able to reach the most efficient way that can drop your rate to a way that you will never dream about. Creating the cross-platform audience, lookalike audience, everyone is creating it, it's very efficient, especially when we have a very good number of purchases or ticket sales or depends on our campaign setup leads for real estate, etc. But the problem of creating lookalike, it's exactly the same issue that we are facing because we are not an omnichannel. It's not one dashboard that's creating it. You are creating lookalike in Meta, you are creating a lookalike in Google, you are creating lookalike there, while you don't know exactly, again, who is your audience anymore. You are just spending the budget everywhere. What we try to do for that part to solve it is to start with one platform with lookalike. Let's see how the most efficient, the most platforms that get us conversion, let it create the lookalike. The lookalike, when it started, we again will implement our pixels to start generating the data in our platform. Take this data, upload it as a first-party data for your other platform, you will have one unified lookalike audience across all platforms. So let's say we have 100,000. By the way, how much time left? Like, I can speak all the day if you want, but how much time I have? 5 minutes, done, thank you. Okay, so that data that we created, let's say we are targeting 100,000 unique devices or unique users. Now with a lookalike, it becomes 150. If you created the same lookalike across platform, it will become 1 million because each one will create 100,000 different. With that model, you have only 50,000 new audience. Do the right message for them, as we just discussed it together, you will find that, again, the efficiency is getting more and more much better. Frequency management, we already spoke about that. How can we optimize it? And it's very important and efficient. The message Depends on where this user in a funnel, it should be different. The creative, it can be the same. I know the challenge of creating hundreds of creatives and managing that in the platform, it's not that easy job, but the message, the headline, the call to action and everything, it should be different, depends on where this user in the funnel. So a user, his first time to see the ad, it's not the same user that he left our page while he's checking out. If we speak to both of them the same way, you will lose more audiences and more money. What we are doing internally in our setup, literally we have a different ad sets for each step of the funnel. It has totally different type of messages, depends on what we need to tell this user. Why you missed your checkout page? Are you facing a problem? This is how we speak with our users, especially in social media, because they are there for the user-generated content. Next. Real-time dashboards. The problem with the dashboards that I saw from all the clients that we are dealing with, it has impressions, it has clicks, it has reach, it has frequency, it has from the data that you literally has it already in the platform. Once we create a dashboard for ourselves and for our customers, we don't focus at all about impression and clicks and. What we really focus on is what really matters. How many users we drive, where is the drop-off? Like if from impression, from first page view to add to cart, the drop-off is 30%. Can we make it 20? Can we make it 15? Or if this is the best we can do? Again, the second part of the funnel. Which audience are really dropping off? Comparing males to females, comparing that age group, comparing this audience, comparing the city they are living in, the language they speak. If you combine all this data, which part exactly they are dropping off? So are we getting from Arabic speaker, from Riyadh, males between age 25 to 30 or 35, are those the right audience, are really never drop off? Let's focus more in that audience. Let's spend more money in that audience because this is what really will make more quality of your targeting. Budget optimization. We all hate to drop the budget. We need to spend it all for sure. But once we mean budget optimization, I need to increase the sale in order for me to ask my client to get me more money. This is how we're seeing it. So it's not like your marketing budget today is 1 million, I'll make it 500. No, I'll make it 2 million, but I'll let you make more money. By applying all the points that we discussed today, that's how we do the optimization until it reaches that point. Cross-channel insights. We hate to create a dashboard for Meta, a dashboard for TikTok, dashboard for Snapchat. I need one screen. This is what I normally discuss with my team every day. I need to open X client screen to see everything in one screen. I don't scroll down. I need the really valuable information for me. I don't care about how many impressions you served today. I care about what is today performance compared to yesterday? What is last 7 days compared the week after? Do we have anything planned for Ramadan from now? Let's plan it from now. This is what I need to see in my dashboard. I don't want to see any basic metrics because the client himself can go and run his campaigns without getting back to us. Nice screen. Okay, so storytelling of the creative, I think I already spoke about that since I have only 3 minutes left. I'll try to be very quick. Our creatives, it's literally speak to the user the way it feel it's user-generated. So we are not using a UGC videos. We use it for sure for the influencers campaign, but I mean for a high-end brands, we are using a professional video, but the message itself, it makes you feel it's user-generated. It makes you feel like I'm talking about exactly what's your pain points. Like if we catch someone, if the weather today is 45, you will see our message today saying, hey, it's very hot today, we get you this offer. Quickly, before the match starts, you need to do that. Don't worry. Okay, so that's the storytelling that we are creating. And by the way, sharing with you a quick insight, this improved our conversion rate by a minimum of 10% by adding this strategy for the creatives. I'll try to skip this because I was about to talk about each exactly placement in each platform, how it do, but trust me, this will take around 10 minutes. I don't have time for that, I'm really sorry. So just to summarize what we talked about, the multi-touch attribution. Let's collect all the data in one place. Do testing and testing for each brand. We never apply the same strategy for two clients. Each client is very unique. They have a very unique audiences. They have, like if you have two shops, both are selling mobile phones, each one of them will have different audiences. Don't try to apply the same strategies that you make here to apply it in different clients. This will make the campaigns even work fast. The triple M, which is multi-data modeling coming in one place, comparing all this data in one place, it's very efficient. If you cover it with the offline data that you can get from your customer, the efficiency will be more and more valuable for your clients. Just to show you that we create this slide just for that one. After doing all of this, doing the dashboards, doing that and that and that, we will end up having one dashboard doing everything. The creative setup, like when we set up a new client, it takes for us weeks until we reach to the right audience and we reach everything. But then after that, if we have always on campaign, we save almost 60% of the time that we spend in any other client. Okay. I'll try to skip that too. Hello. Okay. This is the final slide. In Foxpush, we started this company in 2016. I'm not here to sell it. I'm sure some of you heard about the company. Some of you may be hearing about it first time today. It's a pleasure to meet you all. In Foxpush, we are very proud that we are not creating, we are not cloning or importing technology from outside. All the technology that we are creating, it built in-house. It built mostly in GCC between UAE and Riyadh. We have our own local experts. They really understand what the audience here are doing for each and every part of coding, optimization, algorithms that we are using. This built by Saudi people for the Saudi market. This is what makes us different. Our dashboard, by the way, it's open for everyone they can use it for their own campaigns even. We are more than happy to share this experience with you. We believe each part of what we learned over our journey, we need to share it because it's علم ينتفع به, and this is our main goal and main objective for being here today. Thank you for hosting me. Really appreciate all your time. Thank you.